the international upbringing that I've been blessed to have has really helped me understand people, different cultures, different issues, all of the above, right? So that's really given me quite a broad view on the world and the different nationalities and cultures and countries, etc. But the part I was missing, which is, to go back to your question, was having roots somewhere. Just because I've moved around so much, and a large chunk of having roots is family, right? So in my case, it was a bit the reverse. I was almost an expat first and foremost, and then came back to the Netherlands to see what I have missed being back in my home country, or the country of my birth, I should say. It's because I felt like I was missing some of that contact, some of those relationships, some of those birthday parties, and understanding a bit more about my family. So that has translated into really understanding my roots a bit further, because that was always something that I missed. But having both now helped me in the business that I'm in. I'm in the workforce solutions, but in the end, the bottom line is we're in the people business. We deal with loads of different personalities, nationalities, disciplines across the energy, renewables, and marine sector. So that being recruitment, business development, commercial development, now being the CEO at WTS, and just looking around here at the head office, I think we have 14, 15 different nationalities, everybody with a different background and a different story. Now, would I've been able to relate to all these different backgrounds and different stories without having had that myself? Maybe not, I'm not sure. But in my opinion, having had the upbringing that I've had and understanding the lay of the land here back in my home country has really helped me understand people and how they function. And I think for myself, whether I'm at a football match dealing with friends and acquaintances there, or whether I'm at a business dinner, I can accommodate the conversations. I can fit myself in a few different positions. Bit of a chameleon, if you'd like.
Yeah. I want to double down on that, right? This feeling of being unrooted. I want to ask you, does that stop you from speaking your mind or standing your ground or making tough decisions? And now that, as you said, you have integrated those parts, do you see like your leadership has shifted, how you show up, how you speak, how you act, and how you stand your ground? Like sometimes when you have to make a polarizing decision, do you see a difference from like when you were, like as you said, unrooted or not feeling that roots, and now when it's more integrated for you?
Sure. So to focus on the first part of the question, yes, absolutely. Because with having to move around so much, that also means you have to make a new start for yourself. You don't have the friends or acquaintances or neighbors that you've had a moment to develop from one country to the next. So what I'm trying to say is you've got to start all over again. So you've got to have a little bit of a if that makes any sense, Sumit. So to speak your mind and to stand your ground, and hey, just because I sound different or I might look different or I've got a different background doesn't mean that I can't be part of the group. And especially going from places like Indonesia to Senegal to Venezuela to the US, I don't have to tell you, Sumit, you can imagine there's quite a cultural difference going from one continent to the next. So I quite often had to prove myself again, whether that was at school or with sports or a weekend job that I wanted to do so I could earn a little bit of extra pocket money. It was always having to re-establish myself as, hey, I'm JP, I'm okay, I'm not a bad guy, I might look a bit different, but we can get along.